Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Well, hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. In today's video, we find ourselves in Cheektowaga, New York, as a frauditor wants to file complaints on some officers because, well, he ended up getting arrested for disorderly conduct, and when he refuses to leave because he is not satisfied with the results, he is trespassed and arrested for disrupting governmental operations. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this freaking S-show on the road.
If you'd like to listen, but I don't think it's going to help because part of it's against Lieutenant Slavatiski.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got a question. Your body cams on?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just a question that maybe you could answer, and I just want your opinion on it. I'm a big guy, right?
Okay.
Are you guys allowed to, you guys have to follow the same laws I do. The uniform, that badge doesn't give you extra rights or privileges, right? So if you put your hands on a citizen, a private citizen, without rights or without reason, and nothing is done, but I am told, I asked also, Slavic, I can't say his name anyways.
Okay.
The lieutenant, I asked him in the office when he took me back the other day, I said, if I was to right now get up and shove you in the shoulder like Officer Grant shoved me, what would happen? He told me, I would laugh at you. Right then I should have crossed that desk. When we come out this door, I asked him again, what would happen if I put my hands on you? I would laugh at you. About 10 seconds later, now if you like to see the video, I've got it from you. He says, I'd laugh at you for being so stupid for getting arrested. That's entrapment. If he tells me to put my hands on him with no consequences, and then tells me that I would have been arrested later on, that's entrapment. He also cursed at me. I can't get a lot of your officers to identify. I can't get the name of an officer I filed the complaint on because Hotchkiss says, well, we've put the complaint in, but I'm not going to tell you which of the 3 officers there cursed at you.
Okay.
Even though she knows.
Okay.
I was put on 941 paperwork. What's supposed to be.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm unaware of
I'm just like,
situations.
like I said, that's why I'm asking to speak to the captain of the chief.
Okay.
I
can.
I would love for you. All I need from you, because they have an office here, right? You can go speak to them. Let them know William Reynolds is here. He will be here until they come see me.
Okay.
If they don't come see me today, I'll be posting my videos online, and you guys can deal with the complaints and calls that you will get.
Okay.
Because, like I said, your lieutenant cursed at me, tried to entrap me. I have a form letter here, give me my form letter, that says 12-3, right? That's when I got it.
Okay.
Somehow I filed the complaint on 12-4. So I don't know how that happens.
Okay.
You guys can lie. I know that you guys can lie to improve your investigation. You can deceive people as long as it's not illegally deceiving, right?
Yeah.
I was not being detained. There's not a legal investigation. He lied to me, told me I could put my hands on him, and he'd laugh. Is that not entrapment?
I can't speak for it. I'm sorry.
Like I said, there's just a ton of stuff. So if you want to go either tell the chief or the captain, William Reynolds is going to be sitting in your lobby. He will talk to every person that comes in.
Okay.
He will video record everything.
I can do a couple things for you. I can. I think they're in an administrative meeting right now. I can leave a message for you if you'd like. I can direct you to his phone.
You need an answer. I've already called him twice.
Okay.
They don't call me back.
Okay.
That's why I'm in person.
Okay, gotcha.
Because I'm allowed to sit in this lobby and record all I want. I'm allowed to talk to people that come in. I'm allowed to ask your staff things. I'm allowed to record your please. I'm going to ask why I've been pulled over for a plate blocker, for my plate being illegal, my plate holder being illegal.
Okay.
You guys have vehicles out in your private lot with toll blockers, front tinted windows, and he says, well, they're on a private lot, so I'm not going to ticket them. My next thing is I'm going to sit out in a lawn chair waiting for them to leave. I'm going to call 911 every time someone leaves.
Okay.
You guys are going to either hold yourselves accountable or I'm going to do it. You will either be the consequences for yourself or I will be your consequences. It's not going to happen anymore. Your officers are not going to run free doing whatever they want, cursing at people, being... Here, let me see you can stop this for a minute. Stop.
Now, the Frauditor's video is about an hour long and divided up into 4 parts, with the longest being 45 minutes long. And in that video, he complains about the police not being held accountable, even though the officer explains to him that it's internal affairs that has to do everything like that. But of course, the Frauditor has no concept of that kind of thing right there. So he just continues to complain, and there are numerous other issues that he has with police officers because, well, he just is like any other Frauditor. He just can't stop interfering with their investigations. And there is also his complaints about a mental health facility that he was confined to for a while. So we have a mentally disturbed frauditor with a history of engaging the cops in obstruction of justice and everything like that. So yeah, typical frauditor. Now, as such, I am not going to take you through the entire 45-minute video. I'm just going to show you a couple highlights of that one, and then we'll move on to his arrest and other fun activities.
Many minutes later.
But we can agree that what's it? The I word, Patty. Interference is physical, correct? And it is physical, right? Interference. If you charge me with interference, it has to be a physical act. My words are not interference, right? Me just being there is not interference. Your officer having to take his attention away from his call is not interference.
When you say interference, you mean like a specific a criminal charge?
Yeah.
Okay.
Interfering with an officer's duty,
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah, okay. I apologize.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Typically, it is. I mean.
So me just talking and being there, that's interference?
If I can't speak for that situation.
No.
Yeah.
In general, is interference? It literally says in the statute it's a physical act. So why are we going round and round? It says in the statute interference has to be physical.
Yeah.
Actually, frauditor, it's not exclusively to physical acts. In fact, according to the obstruction of governmental administration, a person is guilty of obstructing government administration when he intentionally obstructs, impairs, or prevents the administration of law or other government function, or prevents or attempts to prevent public servant from performing an official function by means of intimidation, physical force, or interference by means of independently unlawful acts. So the point is, frauditor, you need to stop with the selective reading skills and actually read the whole statute. But of course, that's what frauditors do all the damn time. They cherry pick this garbage, and well, it ends up making them look like a bunch of incompetent buffoons who can barely read. I mean, just look at dumbass Elmo and how much he does this all the time. Misquotes poster 7 every single time he enters a post office. He cherry picks what he wants and discards the rest. But you gotta look at the whole thing.
So that's all I'm asking. Yes or no? Interference has to be physical, right?
I mean, again, we can go hypotheticals all day.
It's not hypothetical. In the statute, does it say it has to be physical?
It doesn't say physical. No. So if you're and interference, let me kind of push on that. That is not a quote unquote charge that we have here. Are you referring to obstruction?
I'm sorry. Yes.
Okay. Obstruction of governmental administration. Yeah, it could be physical interference. But again, hypotheticals. If I'm trying to investigate a situation, if I have somebody in the middle of the situation who's uninvolved,
you can put up tape. That's the beautiful part.
Screaming. Yep. Put up tape.
You can put up. Let's not use that.
Yeah.
Screaming is your addition.
So much for the idea that these cops are tyrants. I mean, this guy has been incredibly patient with him and hasn't done anything to him yet. And yet, frauditors tend to claim that officers are tyrants. But you know what? If they were actually tyrants, they would have been put in gulags already, like in North Korea. Now let's jump forward in time a little bit, because there was still at least 30 minutes left in the video, in the first video, before it reached a conclusion, hopped on over to the next video.
I'm asking for charges to be filed. You don't get to decide. I'm asking you to file charges. You're an officer. That's what you do. You don't get to decide whether, I'm not going to do it. I asked you to file charges, right? It should have been done, correct?
I can't speak for that. If you let me.
As an officer, right now, I am asking you to file charges against the officer that swore at me for disorderly conduct, and I want charges for disorderly conduct against Officer Slavotinsky for cursing at me in his office.
Yeah. Would I file charges against Lieutenant Swalaticki or that other person? I wouldn't. I would generate a report. I would generate a complaint of some sort. But me personally not being involved in the situation, I would need more proof.
You're not involved in any situation until you show up and you still arrest people. Correct.
You are not the attorney.
You're not the attorney.
You are not the detective.
I'm asking you to cite these people.
It would
and they can argue with the court.
It would absolutely be a conflict of interest for me to arrest one of my officers.
I didn't ask you to arrest. It's not an arrestable offense. Disorderly conduct is not an arrestable offense. It is a ticketable offense.
So we don't take it here in Cheektowaga?
Oh, you're right.
For that specific charge?
I have been threatened multiple times. So either your officers are again lying, which
it would be an arrestable offense in Cheektowaga. It is a violation in New York State, which you can either issue an appearance ticket on site or you can arrest for it. Just depends.
Okay, so you don't have to issue an appearance ticket.
Yeah.
I would like them cited and issued. They can argue with the judge.
But again, sir, in the performance of their duties, that'd be a conflict of interest of me, citing another coworker.
I can be a complainant in disorderly conduct. You can't.
I'm not. Yeah.
I am complaining against disorderly conduct.
So who would we
No.
file with?
Stop. I am a citizen.
Yeah.
Your uniform does not grant you extra rights, right? I am complaining about disorderly conduct.
Yep.
I would like someone cited with disorderly conduct. That is your job. You are not the court. You are not the judge. You are not the attorney. You just cite the person. You let them deal with it.
So specifically for disorderly conduct, it being a violation in New York State, unless
anything that is caused to disturb or alarm. I was alarmed that he would call me a fucking asshole while he is on the job. I am alarmed. I am letting you know the circumstances. I would like Slavatisky, and I'd like the body cam footage to be seen, and I'd like your other officers cited with disorderly conduct. Just say, we don't need to go back and forth anymore. Are you going to cite them, yes or no?
Me personally, I wouldn't review that situation, sir, because I don't think it happened on my shift, number one.
It doesn't matter. You're a police officer. A statute was broken. I'm reporting it to you. If you showed up to a bank robbery, I'm sorry, I wasn't here. I can't do anything. Is that what you're going to tell the bank?
Well, that would be...
Show up to a murder. I wasn't here, I don't know who did it.
Sir, disorderly conduct you're talking a felony versus a
No, I'm talking about you doing your job. I'm talking about you doing your job. Your job is I would like to file disorderly conduct charges against 2 people, not officers right now, people.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to take my
I would take your complaint. I would try
I'm not complaining against an officer. 2 people swore at me, caused me alarm, caused me distress. I would like them cited for disorderly conduct. Now we can let the judge, we can let the jury, we can let all that shit decide whether it happened or not, or the circumstances, or whether it was right? Like you guys do to everyone else when you give them a ticket. Whether they think they're right or not, it's going to court. Right. So whether you think I'm right or not, I would like them cited. I would like to know when the appearance date is, so I can show up and give my side of the testimony.
Yeah. I think what you're doing is right as far as the complaint. I personally wouldn't be able to cite Officer Slavaticki.
Hold on. So she gave me 3 officers' names. I'm gonna go with Black Chief.
I'm not trying to rush you.
I know Black Chief was the sergeant that day. I'm pretty sure he wasn't the one that cursed at me. I would like Black Chief, who was on today. I know he's on because I saw your paperwork. I want him to come down. He was there. I'd like him to issue the citation.
The citation
for disorderly conduct against the officer that swore against me. He was there. He saw it happen. Right? Okay. You saying you can't do it because you weren't there. I'm asking you for the sergeant that was there, that showed up on scene and heard your officer curse at me.
Okay.
He's the supervisor of that person, right? Because he was out. Okay. Can I get Officer Black Chief to come down here so I can issue a disorderly conduct charge against
sir, that wouldn't be something that we would do against our officers. It would go through the administration chain. I think with the complaint that you have, if they address that further today with you, I would address it with either Captain Gervais or the Chief of Police, whoever speaks to you.
Okay.
But as far as me filing charges or Sergeant Black Chief filing charges against an officer...
But I'm just going off of you gave me a bunch of reasons why you wouldn't or couldn't, and I'm giving you reasons why that guy can. And they're the exact reasons why you said you couldn't or wouldn't.
Well, again, you brought up disorderly conduct, which would be a violation. If I don't physically see it...
So Black Chief saw it, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Black Chief saw it.
If he saw it, then I really couldn't say, sir. It would have to cause, all this crazy public alarm annoyance, like I brought up the hypothetical situation.
It caused me alarm annoyance.
If it was just a one-on-one conversation between 2 people.
There were 5 people there. There were 3 officers, my wife, and me.
Okay. I don't think that would reach the threshold of public annoyance.
Patty, were you annoyed when he called me a fucking asshole?
Yes.
That's 2 people now.
I'm not trying to speculate or argue with you.
Me neither. I just want to know that if someone wants to file a disorderly conduct charge with you, that you're telling me because you weren't there, you won't file it. I'm not asking you to be judge, jury, or a lawyer. I'm asking you to file a charge and let the judge and them decide. You have body cam. And if it didn't happen, then he walks free, right? But if it did happen, accountability will be done.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking, and you're telling me you won't do that. So I'm telling you, give me Black Chief. He was there, he heard it, he saw, he can review the body cam footage. Those are his officers.
Again, not to trump on you, sir, but that wouldn't be something a sergeant would do to file charges against one of his officers. It would definitely go up the chain.
It's good to know that no matter what happens, they will not file charges against their officers. They will not hold each other accountable at the time things happen.
Yeah, way to twist the narrative right there, Frauditor. Too bad it really doesn't work in real life. I mean, the officer actually told you the procedures that they go through for filing complaints on the officers, but you don't want to listen to it because you want it done your way. But that's not how it works in real life. You see, they got to go through internal affairs and everything like that. But you know what? You filed so many complaints with these officers that they essentially know what you are, what you're all about. They do investigate, they find nothing, and move on, which has become the norm for frauditors. They complain and complain and complain until the complaints become essentially meaningless and then get filed away in File 13.
So, I'm gonna let you go, seeing it's your call.
Sure.
If you'd let the chief
Yeah,
and or captain
absolutely.
know,
Again,
appreciate it.
nice to talk to you, nice to talk to you, dear.
Hey,
Yeah.
if I got hyped in anyway, I get a
That's
little
okay.
emotional about this, so.
It's no problem at all. Happy to talk to you. If there's anything else we can do, let you know. Again, I'll pass the message along. I don't know what they're
Just like I said, just
today.
let them know I will be here all day, every
Okay.
day until they
All right.
wanna talk to me.
Thank you guys.
Appreciate it.
Have a good day.
Well, the frauditor sits in the lobby for a considerable amount of time, and in the interim, the frauditor is asked to leave several times, apparently off camera, and he refuses to do so, which by any statutes in any state in this country would lead to trespassing. And no, frauditor, you don't have to commit a crime to be trespassed. All you have to do is be asked to leave. Unfortunately, you dimwits keep propagating that myth. But you know what? There's no foundation for that anywhere in any of the statutes that I've read for trespassing in the United States.
To be clear, I want you to be clear with what's going on with me here. I'm not leaving. I'm not trespassing, I'm
What
broken the
I'm
laws.
telling you is, if you disrupt the normal operations of our police station, you will be.
How so? How would I be disrupting? Let me know so I don't do
If
it.
our dispatchers can't sit here and conduct their work with you, without you disrupting them,
How- wait, hold
then
on,
officers
hold on.
will be arrested.
Sit there?
Okay? And you need
I
to
didn't
have a
disrupt them there. How did I disrupt them
You need to have
there?
a legitimate purpose for being here.
I am. I would like to see the captain or the chief.
They are not available. You will not see them.
I will sit here all day and I will come back tomorrow and I'll come back every subsequent day until they see me. You're not understanding. I'm disabled. You have no authority over me. You're not going to tell me what to do. You don't intimidate me. You understand that?
I'm sorry that you feel that way.
So we can get the chief.
I want to be very clear.
Who are you?
I'm
Please
Captain
identify.
Schmidt.
Captain Schmidt. Let's get some.
Perfect.
Perfect.
We are not going to continue in this pattern. You are interrupting the flow of our operations.
You would let me know how I'm interrupting. I would like to know how I'm interrupting.
All of your complaints are...
You said I knocked on the window and I'm
Listen, because I need you to hear this. All of your complaints are closed. If you're dissatisfied with how they've been dealt with, you can follow up with the Attorney General's office. That is your remedy. If you're further dissatisfied with how you've been treated, you may follow a lawsuit, get yourself an attorney and do that. What we are not going to do is we're not going to have you sit in our front lobby. We have a
You can't do anything about it. You can't do anything about it, Captain Schmidt.
We have a
You
duty
can't do
to
anything
keep
about it,
this lobby
Captain.
open for the other members of our town to come in and file reports.
You're 100%
For
right.
victims of crime to come in, for people to come in.
Is
and
this a
get their
public lobby?
reports.
It is on the onus of you to create privacy. You don't want to talk to me, bro. I know more than you. I know more than you. I know.
Oh, frauditor, did you not know saying that I know more about the law than any of you officers put together is essentially the Dunning-Kruger effect in living form? Which is the problem with a lot of frauditors. They suffer from the Dunning-Kruger effect. They think they know everything because they know so little.
I just want you to understand what I'm saying.
Are you going to arrest me if I don't leave? Are you going to arrest me if I don't leave?
Yes. Yes.
You might want to put the cuffs on me right now. Put the cuffs on me right now. I'm not leaving.
Yeah.
So arrest me then.
So just
right
to be
now.
clear, there's no
What crime? What
business
crime?
here.
What? I am protesting. I am in your lobby protesting.
So I want to be clear.
First Amendment
I have
right.
no legitimate
First Amendment
business.
right.
You're creating a disturbance.
Where? I have a
Because
There's other
those
people.
are operations.
One person now. There's one person here. What disturbance?
He's the
He's
mailman.
The mailman.
Okay.
I'm their mailman too.
Yeah.
Right?
He's my
Thank
mailman.
you.
Yeah, you better. I'm telling you, McAdams, and I'm telling you, Schmidt. You're
So there was never a complaint.
There's never a complaint against me for being disturbing.
There was never a complaint filed against
Then
Lawler
you might
Tiffany
wanna
for
arrest
what
me.
he's asking.
Arrest me or get the hell out of my face. Arrest me or get the hell out of my face. Arrest me or get the hell out of my face.
How was a
Right
complaint?
now, you can stand up. You can walk up.
No, I'm not. So you can arrest me.
You refuse to leave, you are going to be arrested for
For what?
How was a
I have to break the law in public for you to arrest
You are
me.
no longer welcome in this area.
Why? I'm First Amendment. Is it a First Amendment
Your
right
cause
to?
is to interrupt the flow of our operations.
How? What did I?
Our front desk
Okay.
lobby is now closed because of your attitudes, because of your actions, because of
They've
your
never
behavior.
been out
The
here.
Yeah, I
judge does
asked
not
what-
feel safe being at the front desk with you.
That's not my problem. That's not my problem. If you don't feel safe, then you shouldn't be a cop.
Okay.
Are you buying both?
So this is.
Let me
this
ask you a
is- this is what it
question.
comes
Let me
down
ask
to.
you a question.
You can leave or you can be arrested for trespass. You are no longer welcome in this
Stop
lobby.
now.
That's it.
Stop now. I want to know what lie.
Stand up.
I want to know what lie.
Stand up.
I am
Stand up and turn around.
passively aggressive. Passively.
Stand up and turn around. You are under
Hey,
arrest
he's
for
twisting my
trespass.
wrist. He's twisting my
You are
wrist.
under arrest. Stand
Okay, I'm
up.
going dead weight. Please don't twist my wrist. You're not stronger than me, bud. You're not stronger than me. Let go of me. Like, you're not stronger than me.
I don't want to hurt you. I don't want you to get hurt.
How can you say, how can you say a complaint was closed that was never filed?
That's what we have here. Number one.
How do you feel rough there being with me?
How can you say a complaint was closed that was never filed? We are here to file the complaint and you're saying it's already
Who
closed.
filed the complaint? Who filed the complaint?
Who filed the complaint about Slawatiki saying that we could touch
I'll be
him?
back in just a minute.
Okay. You are under arrest and trespass.
Well, go on, everybody, you trust that. It doesn't matter, I have to break a law. I have to break a law,
You can take
sir.
that up in court.
Okay. Just like.
You have to wait out here.
That's fine. I haven't gone anywhere.
But wait! There's more! Hang on to your seat, baby! Cause this one's a screamer!
The part where you're no longer accepting complaints from my husband.
So, and I would be very clear on this, so there is no confusion. Every time we have an
Wait,
interaction-
I need you to say, we
I'm
are
getting
no,
there.
okay.
I'm gonna build to that
Okay.
point, so I'm gonna say it very articulately.
Okay.
So there's no confusion. Every time we deal with your husband, that is a targeted attempt, in our estimation, for him to complain about our officers. Every time we have an interaction with him, what follows is another complaint. We have adjudicated complaint after complaint after complaint. We are not going to continue to entertain this behavior. We are not going to continue to use our manpower and our resources to focus on one person who is trying to interact with the police to make complaints. We're not going to.
You understand though, if your police were conducting themselves professionally, if they were not calling my husband an asshole, if they were not lying to both of us, we wouldn't be in this
So
situation.
there are other avenues for him, as I already explained earlier. He can go to the Attorney General's office if he believes we're not handling these complaints seriously, if we're not investigating them fully. He can file a lawsuit. Those are avenues to him that are legal avenues. Once we're at the point where I say you have no legal purpose in this building any longer and you are interfering with their operations and you need to leave,
Right.
at that point, he had to leave. He
But from
refused
your
to
own
leave.
admission, unfortunately, before I started recording, and that's why I'm doing this now, when you first came out here, you said that the complaint had already been filed and closed. Now, since I have articulated to you that that was not the reason we were here, not the original complaint, but it was in regards to Lieutenant Slawatiki saying that he could have hands put on him in one room, but not in the other, that made it some sort of difference. I understand that doesn't change what you're saying, but you understand why we were here for a different reason than what you originally thought. Because you came out saying the complaint was filed and closed.
Yeah, so-
But we hadn't
and
even
what we're
filed
not
it yet.
doing is we're not just going to continue to do, okay, that complaint's closed, I'm doing a new complaint. Well, I don't like the way they talk to me, it's a new complaint, it's a new
Well,
complaint. it's a
so
new
here's the
complaint.
issue,
It's
though,
a drain
when-
on police resources.
I understand. When we came in here and talked to Lieutenant Slawatiki, that was on the 3rd. Okay? Sorry, that was on the 2nd. On the 3rd, and later in the afternoon on the 2nd, on the 3rd, in the morning, there was already a letter drawn up and waiting for my husband about the complaint being filed, him being verbally counseled, and a letter already typed and printed waiting for my husband in less than 18 hours. So, how does that happen? How did somebody, one, be able to file a complaint on themselves? Lieutenant Slawatiki filed a complaint on himself. Who verbally
That's not
counseled
unusual
him?
If our officer believes that.
We were also trying to figure out who verbally counseled him.
That would have been his supervisor. So, Captain Gervais, now I can't confirm that 100% because I wasn't involved.
Exactly.
But it makes sense.
We were told that Captain Gervais was already off for the day. And so by the next morning when my husband...
And the video ends there, folks. And the takeaways from this are he was interfering with investigations so much. He was complaining on officers to the point where they weren't taking him seriously. So kind of the boy who cried wolf in this particular occasion, which is what frauditors tend to do. And as a result of all the interactions he had with the police, yeah, they're not going to take his complaints anymore because they just really go nowhere. There's nothing there, according to the investigations, and he's been given several avenues of recourse to address his grievances, but he refuses to do so. He wants to take it to the police officers themselves and try to pay that BS when he could easily go to the Attorney General and take care of it there, to take it to the higher ups. But no, that's not what he wants to do. He wants to do He wants to play around with the cops to get clicks and views. So overall, not exactly the sharpest knife in the drawer here. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
This could be some groundbreaking stuff right here.
You don't want to go to jail.
For what?
You read this.
I don't have to listen to anything. Blah, 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 blah.
Dude, so there's no way I can get in, bro? Come on, I'll put you on my YouTube.
But shut up, Wesley.
You gotta put signs up, ma'am, if it's...
Are you Glenn Serio?
Who's that?